Hello and welcome to Zoom Icons, teaching expectations for families and students. This will be a quick overview of the icons families and students will need to know how to use and the why behind them. Mute. This icon is a teacher's best friend. Teach families to mute themselves if their background noises disrupt learning. You will also be able to mute individual students as well as the entire group at one time. Unmute. When you need to hear a specific student, you can have them unmute themselves or you can unmute them. You may need to try both ways to see what works for you and keeps the energy and engagement level of your lesson where you want it. Video off. There may be a time when you want to have a student turn their videos off. With our tiny humans, there may be things we don't want to see and maybe things that should not be shared. Video on. This is the icon which should be on most of the time, if not all the time. You may need to remind students to push video on if they forget. Raise your hand. Typically, we ask our students to have lips closed during instruction. If a child has something to say, we need them to raise their hand. This is not a Zoom icon, but it is a visual we are providing you in the resources so you can hold it up to remind students of the expectation. Speaker view. You may decide that while you're teaching a lesson, it's best for students to turn on the speaker view. This makes instruction full screen and distractions are minimized. As long as everyone's muted, you'll be the only one they see. Gallery view. This is the best way to start your day, seeing all the smiling, energized, tiny faces. This is also the best view to start building relationships. Leave meeting. This is the button students would push at the end of your Zoom time. There is also a way for you as the teacher to end the meeting for all. Don't forget to check out the resources. You might find a few things that would be helpful as we get our year started.